Hello Morris class and welcome to your third English lesson for this week. So today is the 7th of January 2021 and our learning objective today is can I hold a sentence and write it using the correct punctuation. So we are going to start by writing out our story map today. So you will need a piece of paper or something to write on, a coloured pencil or a pen. You will also need a partner, although this doesn't have to be a child, it could be one of your toys. Okay, look at the first sentence from your story map. So it's on the screen and I'll put it up here as well. So a day in the life of Bob. So where is the capital letter in this sentence? Where is the capital letter in this sentence? Have you spotted it? It's here. Here is the capital letter and here is the full stop. Fantastic. Well done, Morris class. Okay, now let's practice saying the sentence. So say it to your partner. Every day, Bob went to work on the moon. Every day, Bob went to work on the moon. Every day, Bob went to work on the moon. 8 words. Okay, now shout it at your pencil or pen. Every day went to on the. Well done. Now squeak it. Every day Bob went to work. Oh, that wasn't a squeak. That was more of like a robot, wasn't it, Morris class? Okay, squeak it or robot it. Now, watch me write it on the flip chart. So I'm going to stop sharing and I'm going to make myself bigger. So stop share. This is new to me, so if I don't do something as quick as possible, just bear with me, Morris class. I know you're a patient class. So every day. Okay, so are you ready? Oh, if I can sit down and do it, I think you should be able to see it. So every day. Let me see if you can see that. Every day. Bob, oh, hang on a minute. Bob, it's a proper noun, so it needs a capital letter. Well done. Bob. Now, what was the next word? Went to work. Well done. Now, make sure I've got my finger space. 2 finger space. On the. Is that perfect? Every day, Bob went to work on the moon. Every day, Bob went to work on the moon. Have I forgotten to do something, Morris class? What have I forgot to put at the end? Oh no, I forgot to put a full stop. So I've got my capital letters, I've got my finger space, and I need to put my full stop. Well done. Okay, so now have a look at this sentence. Now remember, this is hold a sentence. So every day, Bob went to work on the moon. Ooh, there we go. Okay, now I'm going to cover this up. So get ready. I'll give you 1 more second to have a look at this. I'm going to cover it up and then you need to write down the sentence, okay? So 3, 2, 1, go. Hang on. All right, let's see if I can find some blue tack to hold this up. Bear with me, my little lovely Morris class. I won't be able to find it now, will I? How typical. Right, I'll just hold it up like this. So what was that sentence, Morris class? Right, while the rest of the children are doing that, if you have finished writing that sentence, what I would like you to do is I would like you to have a look at this sentence, okay? And I would like you to have a look. Now, there are some errors in this. That means something is not right in this sentence. Can you have a read of this? And can you correct this sentence for me? So, what is missing in this sentence right here? I can tell the first one, there's no capital letter, but what else? What should it read? Pause the video here. There you go. Okay, let's see if you got that right. Every day, Bob went to work on the moon. Fantastic, great job. Okay, let's go back to sharing screen now and let's look at our next sentence. Oh, sorry, excuse me. Right. Okie dokie. Now, where is the capital letter in this sentence? Have a think. It is over here. Well done, at the beginning of a sentence. So every sentence must start with a capital letter. Okay, where is the full stop? You can very briefly see. If I move this over, there you go. Now you can see it. Well done, Morris class. It's at the end of a sentence. So a full stop goes at the end of a sentence. Sorry, excuse me. Right. Now you're going to write this sentence out. So my turn, your turn. Right, it's a bit of a long sentence, so you need to listen very, very carefully. So first, he got out of bed and had a cup of tea. First, he got out of bed and had a cup of tea. First, he got out of bed, had a cup of tea and 2 soft boiled eggs for breakfast. It's a bit of a long one. So let's try that again. First, he got out of bed and had a cup of tea and 2 soft boiled eggs for breakfast. Now, pause the video here if you need a bit of time to repeat that sentence because it is a little bit of a long one, okay? So we'll go through it one more time and then pause the video and then you can tell your teddy what the sentence is. So let's go through it one more time. First, he got out of bed and had a cup of tea and 2 soft boiled eggs for breakfast. Well done. Now, if you need a bit more time, then pause the video here and go through the sentence. Now, we're going to write it together. So let's practice. Oh, hang on a minute. I forgot to ask you to whisper into your pencil. Now, growl it like this. First, he got out of bed and had a cup of tea and 2 soft-boiled eggs for breakfast. Really growl it. Well, that sounds more like a pirate. Actually, pirate it. There you go. Okay, now let's watch me write it on the flip chart. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen and make me big again. There we go, here I am. Right, so I've got to actually look at this. So that's our first sentence. So I'll put number 1 there next to it so we don't get confused. That was number 1. Now we're going to write number 2. Okay. So first, he got out of bed. So what do I need to start my sentence with? Capital letter. Well done. So capital F. First, he got out of bed. What was the next bit, Morris class? What did he have first? Well done, a cup of tea. So first he got out of bed and had a cup of tea. What else did he have for breakfast? And what else did Bob have for breakfast, Morris class? 2 soft boiled eggs. Well done. So soft boiled. So old, finger space, eggs. For dinner, was it? Or lunch? Oh, silly me. It was for breakfast. For breakfast. Finger space, breakfast. Okay, so this is our second sentence now, Morris class. It is a little bit of a long one, but I know you can do it. Okay, so I'll leave it up here for a couple of seconds while we read through it, and then I'm going to cover it up and you're going to write it down. Okay, so first, he got out of bed and had a cup of tea and oh, how many boiled eggs did he have, Morris class? How many? It just says and soft-boiled eggs. How many? Purple pen. Let's correct it. It was 2. 2. Did you spot that, Morris class? Be honest. Did you spot that? No. Okay. Right. I'll let you off this time. The next time you just be paying attention. So first, he got out of bed and had a cup of tea and 2 soft-boiled eggs for breakfast. So first, he got out of bed and had a cup of tea and 2 soft-boiled eggs for breakfast. So that's 19 words. Okay, so do you think you got it? I'll leave it up here for one more second and then I'm going to cover it up. Should we do a countdown? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'm going to cover it up, Morris class. Now it's your job. Oh, I dropped a piece of paper. It's your job now to write this sentence down, please. Write this sentence down. Oh, no cheating. I'll give you some extra time to do this sentence because it was a long one, okay? So let's see. I'll hold it like this. No looking. Not allowed. Okay, if you have finished that, because I know some people are a little bit quicker at writing. So if you have finished that, while you're waiting for the rest of the class to finish, what I would like you to do is, here is our second sentence. Now, I would like you to have a look at this sentence. I'm going to try and hold up as best as I can and see what is missing from this sentence. Now, there's something that's incorrect on this sentence. Can you write this sentence down and can you make sure that is corrected? So what is missing from this sentence? Pause the video here so you can, so when I put this down, then you've got like an image of the sentence that you need to edit and correct. Okay, make sure you do it with your colouring pencil of your choice. Okay, shall we have a look at the sentence now? Did you get it right? Let's see. Oh, here it is again. First, he got out of bed and had a cup of tea and 2 soft-boiled eggs for breakfast. Well done if you got that right. Now we are going to move on to our next. So let me stop sharing so that I need to come out of this now. So, oh, no, now I need to share. I got a bit muddled up there, Morris class. Okay, so let's go on to the next slide. Okay, so look at the third sentence from the story map. Okay, so let's have a look. Where is the capital letter? So remember, it's always the capital letters at the beginning of a sentence. So is there a capital letter? Yes, there is. It's right here. Well done. And where is the full stop? So remember, the full stop comes at the end of a sentence. Well done if you got that right. Okay, let's move on to the next bit. So let's practice saying this sentence, okay? So this is the third sentence within our story map, a day in the life of Bob. So when he arrived at the launch pad, he changed into his spacesuit and boarded his fantastic rocket ship. So my turn. When he arrived at the launch pad, he changed into his spacesuit and boarded his fantastic rocket ship. Well done. Okay, we're going to go through that, go over that a couple of times, okay? So let's break it up. We'll do the first part and then we'll do a second part. So when he arrived at the launch pad, he changed into his spacesuit. When he arrived at he changed into his, well done, and boarded his fantastic rocket ship. Okay, so when he arrived at the, he changed into his and boarded his fantastic rocket ship. Well done. Now, can you say this? Can you squeak it to your pencil? Remember, squeak, squeak, like a little mouse. Squeak it to your pencil. Oh, I loved hearing all those squeaks. Now, Morris class, we are going to say it in your poshest voice. So you got to sit up really straight for this, shoulders back. You got to say it in your really posh voice. So when he arrived at the launch pad, go on, your turn. Oh, Morris class, I love your posh voice, all of you guys. That made me chuckle. Thank you so much for sharing. Okay, now we are going to write this sentence. Now, let me check if I've got enough space. I might have to angle the camera down a bit. So let's have a look. Might have to angle it down. Yeah, you should be able to see that. Got enough space there. You might not be able to see all of my face, but you can see my mouth moving, so that's okay. Right, so this is our sentence number 3. Okay. Number 3, ready to go. What was it again? Can you remind me, Morris class? What was the sentence again? When he arrived at the launch pad. So what do I need to begin my sentence with? Capital letter. Well done. Right, so capital W. When, finger space, he, finger space, arrived. Now, if I'm not sure of the spelling, I'm just going to try my best. But arrived, okay, at the launch pad. Right, when he arrived at the launch pad, then we've got a comma. He changed into his spacesuit. So he changed into his spacesuit. Right, what was next in the sentence? Does anybody remember? And boarded his. And boarded his, what was the describing word? What was the adjective? His fantastic rocket ship. Well done. Fantastic rocket ship. Full stop. Okay, so we're going to go over that sentence a couple of times. Well done, Morris class. You are doing some fantastic writing today. So I'll try and so you can see my face. I'll move this up a little bit. There you go. Now we can see my face as well. So let's go through the sentence. When he arrived at the launch pad, comma, he changed into his spacesuit and boarded his fantastic rocket ship. Okay, so let's go through that again. When he arrived at the launch pad, comma, he changed into his spacesuit and boarded his fantastic rocket ship. Okay, so go over that. Pause the video here if you would like some extra time, just to repeat the sentence a few more times, and then I'm going to cover it up so then you'll be able to write it. Okay, so I'll give you a few more seconds and I'm going to cover it up for you guys to write. 3, 2, 1, 0. There we go. Okay. So no cheating, Morris class. Okay. I'll give you a couple of seconds to do that. If you need some more time, just pause the video here, okay? Just pause the video. Oh, and definitely no cheating by rewinding back to see the sentence, because that's not fair. So don't try and do that, okay? Right, and if you have finished that, if you're a really super duper quick writer and you've finished that, then I'm going to show you this sentence. And can you edit this sentence for me? So edit means, can you make sure that it has the correct punctuation and spelling? See if you can see any spelling mistakes I'll give you a clue. That first word, when, doesn't seem very right. Have a look. Oh, there you go. You can see me now. Okay, pause the video here so you can copy the sentence down, and then with your coloured pencil, make sure when you're editing, you're using your coloured pencil to correct it, okay? Just like your the adults at school do when they mark your work. So you're marking your own work today. Okay, shall we reveal the sentence? 3, 2, 1, dun, 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 dun. So, got my pen ready. When he arrived at the launch pad, he changed into his spacesuit and boarded his fantastic rocket ship. Right, if you've got all of those right, make sure you do your ticks. And if you haven't, then make sure you fix it with your coloured pencil, okay? Well done, Morris class. Right, we are on our last sentence for this lesson. You are doing incredibly well. Really well done, Morris class. I'm so very proud of you guys. You are working extra hard this lesson. Okay, our last sentence for this lesson is, let's look at the fourth sentence. Now, where is the capital letter? At the beginning of the sentence. You guys are getting good at this now. Oh, I can't place it on top. Never mind, can I do it on this side? No. Okay, well, I'll just point to it. So here is our capital letter. And our full stop is at the end of the sentence. Well done, you guys. Okay, let's practice saying this sentence. So, after he arrived on the moon, comma, after he arrived on the moon, comma, he swept up all the rubbish so that the moon was spotless when the tourists arrived. Right, let's try that one again. So, after he arrived on the moon, comma, he swept up all the rubbish so that the moon was spotless when the tourists arrived. Well done, that was a really good first try. We're going to break it down. So we'll stop after here where it says the comma, and then we'll do the rest of the sentence. So we'll do up to this part first, and then we'll do this part. So, after he arrived on the moon, he swept up all the rubbish so that the moon was spotless when the tourists arrived. If you see me looking down, Morris class, it's because I've got my sentences right here, just so I'm telling you the right sentence. So, after he arrived on the moon, he swept up all the rubbish so that the moon was spotless when the tourists arrived. Okay, now can you try saying it to your partner? So your partner could be an adult in the room, or a teddy bear, or a toy, or even your favorite chocolate bar. Now, squeak it, or robot it. Now say it in your poshest voice. Okay, and now you're going to watch me writing it on the flip chart. So, I don't think I will have enough space, so I will move on to the next flip chart paper. So hang on, Morris class. Oh, my flip chart paper has decided to rip, which isn't very good. Hang on, bear with me, Morris. There we go. I've still got something. And now, right, are you ready? Are you ready to write your final sentence for today's English lesson? Well done, you are doing so well. Okay, this is our fourth sentence. Now we can put this up now, hopefully. Okay, number 4. Right. So, after he arrived on the moon, so capital A, because the beginning of our sentence, after he arrived on the moon, Make sure I'm doing my finger spaces. Comma. So make sure you do your comma. After he arrived on the moon, he swept up all the rubbish. So he swept up all, so our sight word, the or red word, rubbish, ish. And what else did he do? So that, well done. So that, oh, I didn't do a very good T there. Let's do that again. There we go. So that what was spotless? The moon, well done. So that the moon was spotless. When who arrived? Who was arriving? When the, who was arriving on the moon, Morris class? Well done. When the tourists arrived. Or ists arrived. And at the end of the sentence, I need to put a full stop. Okay, so let's go through the sentence. Let's go over it a couple of times. So after he arrived on the moon, comma, he swept up all the rubbish so that the moon was spotless when the tourists arrived. So one more time. After he arrived on the moon, comma, he swept up all the rubbish so that the moon was spotless when the tourists arrived. So are you ready to write this sentence down now? So hold it in your head. Okay, I'm going to cover it up and then it's your job to write it down. So are you ready? In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on, Morris, you can do this. I know you can. Oh my goodness, cheating. There we go. There you go. No cheating, not today. Okay, and if you are a really quick writer, I'll give you 1 more minute because it is a long sentence. And then you will have a sentence to edit. Okay? So let me grab the sentence for you. You see? Jack of all trades, Miss Baig. Can multitask, can record the video and hold up 2 papers. Okay, so we've got, oh, my finger's covering one of the words. There you go. I was about to read the sentence out to you. Ooh. Okay, so write the sentence down, pause the video here, write the sentence down so you can edit it. Remember, when you're editing, you need to edit it in your coloured pencil. So when I see your picture work on tapestry, I know that you've edited, okay? So take a picture or pause the video here of this sentence. There you go. Right, are you ready to reveal the sentence? Let's go. There we go. So let's go through it again. After he arrived on the moon, he swept up all the rubbish so that the moon was spotless when the tourists arrived. Okay, well done, Morris class, for completing your last sentence for our lesson today. Now we are going to continue the rest of our story map, writing the rest of our story map in our next English lesson. So until then, stay safe, stay at home, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye, Morris class.